Hello everyone. Time to look at some more toy dinosaurs. We're going to check out the medium-size Superior Rulers of the Earth Prehistoric Dinosaur Playset. 47 pieces it says on the box there. Sometimes that varies a little, so we'll check that out. Anyway, these are the contents for the set. And I did a video earlier on the small set which did not have a playmat or paperwork, and this one has both. And let's take a look at our box. It's the same graphics on the boxes for all three of the playsets. They're just different sizes, different amount of contents. And there's the photo for that one. And they have the disclaimer there. Dinosaur and color assortment may vary. And I'm sure it did. And here's a list of contents. Now this box is in pretty bad shape because the cardboard on these were really thin. They weren't corrugated. They took some shortcuts on the packaging. I mean, it looks great, it just doesn't hold up. And whoever I bought this from, or somebody that had it before them, put tape on this to strengthen it, and they did a lousy job. They didn't even line up the flaps correctly, but it's big heavy tape and it's there, so there's no way I can really muck with that without really tearing the thing up. So I just left it alone. Anyway, here we got our 9 thundering dinosaurs. 24 tribal cavemen, 2 land bridges, 2 giant boulders. And the boulders are actually half boulders. You can put them together and make one big boulder, or you can just leave the half separate and use them for terrain. And it's got a pretty nice playmat. The playmat in this one is a little bit more, has a little bit more wear than the other one I have in my mountain set, but I'll show you that too in the next video. 8 tropical trees and plants, dinosaur booklet, and we'll go over that. Here's the top flap. Pretty much repeats the photos that they had on the small box. These boxes are pretty well identical, they're just different sizes. And there's a side. You can see where, yeah, they really did a job on this, whoever momicked this up. But, you know, I mean, it holds the pieces in there. Just doesn't look very good. That was a big weakness with Superior. Their boxes were so thin that they just disintegrated under use. And I do not have the box for the mountain set. I've got a complete set other than the box, but I do not have the box for that set. Probably never will see one in my lifetime. And I'm okay with that. I'm not so much of an obsessive completist that I have to have everything. I just get what I can and try to enjoy it. And I'm making a few videos on some of this stuff to try to pass on some enjoyment and maybe some info to some people interested in these things. There's some more photos. I think those are the same photos that are on the small set box. And let's make lunch and eat while we're waiting on the camera to focus. Okay, here's the other side. It's pretty much identical. And you can see the job they did on this. I mean, it's big, heavy tape. It's gonna hold. But they just did a really lousy job, you know. And as I remember it, I didn't give much for this. From the eBay seller I got it from, and it was mostly complete. I added some extra pieces to it and completed it. But there we go. There's our box. Now let's look at our paperwork. This copy of the paperwork, I won't call it a booklet because it's really not. This is in pretty bad shape. This is really beat up. I've got a much nicer one in my mountain set that I'll show in the next video. But basically what this is, they took the color booklet, that you could get in the original Marx Prehistoric Mountain set from 1975, and which it really is a booklet. It's got you know, a spine, and it opens up like a booklet and all that, and it's in color. It's a really nice little booklet. But what they did, they copied some, you know, those pages to this and made it into a big fold out. I guess it saved them some money doing that. But here's what that looks like. And it's still okay. I mean, you know, it's in black and white, which is really not a problem. And it's still got the original illustrations from the Marx booklet. And it's got the original information from the Marx booklet, which is cool. And show you the other side. There we go with that. I'm trying to go slow enough. If anybody wants to actually read any of this, I'm trying to get a good focus of the camera so you can pause the video and actually read this thing if you care enough to do that. And some of us are sticklers for detail, so I know on this channel I'm pretty much a stickler. I mean, if the information doesn't get put out, and you know, correctly, it's not worth very much, and that includes the details. So we just have to be patient and wait on the camera to get its act together, and sometimes that takes a few seconds. It's a Logitech camera. It's supposed to be, you know, one of the good ones. I guess maybe the constant focusing and refocusing, you know, it's just necessary evil with most of these videos, so something we have to deal with. And I don't think it ever did focus on this correctly. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. You guys should be able to pause that and read it if you want to. It's got the timeline there. Age of the dinosaurs, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic, and, you know, for people that care about the science of it, I mean, even kids were into the science to a certain extent. And this color video that was copied from, I mean, color booklet that was copied from, is cool. It even has a couple of ad for a couple of the other vertical Marx playsets. The Comanche Pass, which is what the terrain from this set is made from, and well, all three of the sets use terrain from Comanche Pass. That small rock bridge and the bigger rock bridge that connects the two mountains, and the big mountain is in the large set, which I'll be showing. And it's got a loose boulder in Comanche Pass, and they've got that as terrain in this too. If you get the two pieces, you can connect them and make a boulder that you can, you know, use like a boulder, roll it around or throw it or whatever. But here's the Navarone playset. That's another great one from the past. Anyway, that was back when Marx went vertical. And if you want to see more coverage of that Marx Prehistoric Mountain playset from 1975, I did a video on that. Matter of fact, there are a lot of videos on my channel page. I did a playlist called Prehistoric Playsets that I've grouped them all in. And if you want to immerse yourself in toy dinosaur goodness, you can just hit that playlist, man. And I think there's like 10 or 11 videos on there now. There's going to be a lot when I get done with this. I'm just getting started. I'm going to have a lot of videos on there for toy dinosaur coverage, especially the play sets. And let's go over the other components here. Now, I've got it folded up, but there is the playmat. Here's the terrain from the molds for Comanche Pass. Here's the smaller rock bridge. Here's the bigger one. This is a lot like the one that goes with the Prehistoric Mountain set, but that one's longer. And we've got the boulder here, the halves of the boulder. And you can either put them down separately or you can connect them here into a big boulder if you want to crush a caveman or a dinosaur or whatever. And we've got our dinos now. Let's look at these. This medium set, the number 5501, has 9 dinosaurs in it. They went light on the amount of dinosaurs with Superior, but the quality is really high. The colors are swirled. They're really attractive. So let's go with our main guy here. This is a potbelly T-Rex. And hang on so I can muscle the camera into working for me here. I mean, look at all the marbling and swirling in that guy there. They swirled in a lot of black with the gray ones. There are 3 main colors of these Superior dinos, gray, brown, and green. And they swirled in a lot of black with these gray ones. And these are unique, you know, because these exact patterns are never exactly repeated again. Here's the green Chronosaurus for this playset. And they tended to swirl in blues with the green, which gives it a nice look. Pretty good texture too, you know. It's like every Superior piece is a premium piece. And they're all unique. Here's the brown Brontosaurus. Nice texture on that one too. Okay, that's the large mold group. That's PL749 with Marx. For Superior, I don't know if they went by that or not. They might have had another designation for that mold. I don't know. Here's the medium mold group. You get 6 more of the medium-sized dinos in it. Here's the Allosaurus in the swirled and marbled brown, and it's got some orange in with it there and some black. Gives it kind of a nice look. And here's the Trachodon medium mold group. There again, the green is swirled with blue, kind of a dark blue. Gives it a cool contrast. And then we have the gray Hadrosaurus. Cool looking guy. He's one of the favorites, you know. He always looks like he's waving. And here is the brown Stegosaurus. Really nice texture on that one. And there's a little bit of excess plastic flashing, you know, here and there. I mean, the molds, the Marx molds were showing some wear at this point. So you got some excess plastic. And I don't know about the quality control at Superior. I think it was pretty good, but their colors made up for anything else. That's the reason collectors want superior dinosaurs because of the colors, the swirling. This is a pteranodon, of course. And you've got the blue, dark blue swirled in with the green there. And last, you have the Ankylosaurus in the gray. He's got some swirling, not a huge amount, but you know, it varies. That's the reason they're all unique. They just, it really varies as to how much extra material they put in these things. Now, the original Marx dinos that were marbled like that, which turned up occasionally, they're highly sought after now because of the marbling. They used like that reground plastic and some other, like the lead-based paint for the color pigment in all the older Marx dinos before the 70s. And they looked a lot like these, but these superior dinosaurs have their own special look. Once you get used to them, you can tell. If you watch these videos, you'll be able to tell what is a superior dinosaur and what's an original Marx. It's just marbled. All right, now you know we've got our palm trees there. This is standard. I'm going to show you one of these for the color. You know, they're either just black or really dark brown to the point of almost being black. Here's one of the small double trunks. There are two of those. And then there's the large single trunk tree and the large double trunk. And those, you know, you get the entire mole group of the palm trees and the ferns, all four of each. And there's the 7 palm fronds. That's just standard. If you watch my other videos, I go into detail even about these things. You know, the one big one and the 3 medium-sized ones and the 3 small ones, all of them are distinctive because they all came from the same mole group. You get 4 ferns. Here's the 4 bases, and there's the actual ferns. Those, you know, are just like original Marx ferns. They're 2 of the 4-leaf ones and 2 of the 3-leaf ones. So that pretty much covers it for components. Now I'm going to set it up for you. Okay, got it all set up here. Make a couple of observations here real quick. Now, the superior playsets, like I said before, were light on the amount of dinosaurs. But actually, you know, that works out pretty good. I mean, we all like to get as much stuff in a playset as we want. And those Marx playsets were just full of dinos, man. I mean, that one from 1971 and from 1961, the 3398, it had like 36 dinosaurs. And, you know, even the first one from 57 had like 27 dinosaurs. And there was always a lot of dinosaurs in the Marx sets, because costs were a lot lower for manufacturing this stuff back then. But anyway, the superiors, even though they've got less dinos, it actually ends up making a pretty good looking diorama because everything isn't all crammed in together. Of course, with the Marx sets, you know, I'm sure a lot of times kids would play where they only used a portion of the dinosaurs in whatever little stories they were acting out or whatever. But you know, when I'm setting these things up for these videos, I have to get everything in the shot, and it really looks crowded. And the NPCs were even worse. I mean, some of the NPC play sets, they had like 60 dinosaurs. And even though they're smaller, that's a lot of dinosaurs, man. But, you know, I kind of like that Superior kind of limited it to some really good quality colors and that swirling that makes them look great, and the fact that they don't have a huge amount of dinos in the one set. But they went heavy on the cavemen. This set has 24 cavemen, 12 of each color. You've got the beige ones and the brick red ones, and I divided them up into different tribes, you know. Made a little cave out of that terrain over there, those two rock arches. And if you don't have a mountain, it's kind of hard to figure out where to put a pteranodon. You know, just put it on the palm tree there. But I tell you what, we're going to do the little fly around here with the pteranodon's eye view and take a look at what this looks like in detail. As the pteranodon soars over the scene here, potbelly T-Rex after the brontosaurus. And of course, this stupid group of cavemen are trying to attack the ankylosaur, who's just trying to get away from the potbelly. They might have been moved into this area, you know, to try to take over the turf from the brick red caveman tribe. Who knows? It's a good thing about a playset. You just set them up the way you want to and make little dioramas with them. There's the Chronosaurus. You got a good amount of water here, nice river running through this playmat here. And hey, you've even got some dinos drawn right into the playmat. There's the top of a sauropod there, probably another brontosaurus, mostly submerged. And we soar around. There's the Hadrosaurus and the Trachodon and some of these backwaters back here, and Stegosaurus over here minding its own business. And you got more conflict over here with the Allosaurus, infringing on the personal space of the brick red cavemen tribe. And they're getting ready to open a can on him. He'll probably end up getting run off. That potbelly could probably just wade in there and take what he wanted, but and there's all the guys there at home in their little cave section, cleaning animals and beating rocks and whatever else they like to do. A couple of them walking up there, and we'll take another trip around the playmat here from different angles and take another quick look at things before we wind it up. There's the boulder halves there in the middle. You can put those together and make a big boulder if you want. I just spread them out because of the lack of terrain pieces with this playset. So try to cover as much ground as possible for this video. But anyway, that's pretty much it. That covers the medium-sized Superior Dinosaur playset. That is Rulers of the Earth, model number 5501. And hope you guys enjoyed that. And I will do a video on the mountain set next. So stay tuned for that.